What is going on, everyone? Before we get started, we just want to let you know about our awesome giveaway at the end of the month, where we'll be giving away $500 cash to 3 lucky subscribers. Consider this our way of giving back to you, the fans of TPS, who make all of this possible. To enter into our contest, all you need to do is subscribe and have your notifications on. And you've got to be commenting on our videos regularly throughout the month. So make sure you hit that bell along with liking and commenting on our videos. If you're already subscribed and have notifications on, then all you need to do is like and comment, and you'll be automatically entered into the random draw. Good luck. What is going on, guys? Congratulations to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on winning their 2nd Super Bowl in franchise history. But as great as Bill Belichick likes to say, no days off, the Bucs may want to take some time to soak it in and enjoy their championship. But for the rest of us, it's time to focus on next year. With free agency and the draft right around the corner, here is where all 32 NFL teams stack up in our first offseason edition of the way too early power rankings for the 2021 season. Number 32, New York Jets. Good on the Jets for actually hiring a qualified head coach in Robert Saleh. Love the hirings for this coaching staff too. Not gonna knock it, you know. As a Jets fan, I'm feeling pretty good. It's a good day. It's a good day, hopefully. It's just the Jets have the least amount of talent in the NFL. And are they really going to keep Sam Darnold following 3 lackluster years? This is a long-term rebuild that will have a few more painful years. So fellow Jets fans, try not to dwell on it. I'm sure not. Number 31, Houston Texans. If Deshaun Watson doesn't get traded, the Texans aren't this low, but he's likely going to lead the front office with no choice. Number 4 will be dealt, and JJ Watt's probably gone too. The full-scale rebuild is on the verge of the beginning. Other than that, things are fine for this franchise. Total sarcasm, but I don't know what else to say. I kind of feel awkward. Let's move on to the next one. Number 30, Detroit Lions. The Lions got a great package in the Matthew Stafford deal. Jared Goff will be good enough to keep this team competitive in games. But let's be real, he isn't the quarterback of the future. Dan Campbell was a savvy head coaching hire, and we love the staff he's assembled. Major upgrade over Matt Patricia and company. This is going to be a lengthy rebuild, but at least the Lions finally have direction. No more crossing their fingers and hoping Stafford single-handedly gets you to 9 wins. Number 29, Philadelphia Eagles. Firing Doug Peterson was a somewhat surprising move. Coaches who win Super Bowls usually get a minimum of 5 years in job security. Looks like Jalen Hurts is the starter for 2021. I wish him luck. He'll play behind arguably the NFL's worst offensive line with a lackluster set of receivers. And the defense is sort of not very good at all. Or who knows? Maybe they'll shock us all at once and win another Super Bowl. Number 28, Carolina Panthers. Carolina's offense was fun to watch under Matt Rule in year 1. You can't help but wonder how much more potent it could be if they find an upgrade to Teddy Bridgewater. Plenty of young stars in place to the point where Carolina could be a surprise playoff contender soon. Probably not in 2021, but 2022 seems realistic. Having a healthy Christian McCaffrey would help. Number 27, Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow showed some great signs in his rookie year before suffering season-ending ACL and MCL tears. We cannot wait to see what he'll do once he returns. If he can fully recover from this, the sky's the limit. AJ Green is likely a goner after a lackluster 2020 season. The Bengals might want to invest some money into that wretched O-line and leaky defense too. If they do that, well, this rebuild will accelerate nicely. Number 26, Jacksonville Jaguars. Yes, they were the NFL's worst team of 2020 with a 1-15 record, but Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence are going to change that. Those two alone will help Jacksonville win 4 to 7 games in 2021. Just watch. We are all aboard the Meyer-Lawrence hype train. This team won't be the least bit awful in 2021. No chance. Or maybe they will. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing off of statistics and stuff. You know what? Just next one. Number 25, Atlanta Falcons. We get not trading Matt Ryan or Julio Jones, given their hefty contracts and the cap situation and all. What we won't get is if Atlanta passes on a chance to take Ryan's successor with the number 4 pick. Atlanta can't overthink this. Take Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Trey Lance, whoever. Then you keep Ryan and Jones for 1 more year if you must, before trading them. The eyes have to be on the future for the Falcons franchise this offseason. No ifs, ands, or buts. Number 24, Denver Broncos. John Elway made the right move to step down as the GM after failing to find a franchise quarterback in 5 straight years. So, where do the Broncos go from here? Do they keep franchise icon Von Miller, or do they cut him loose? Do they replace Drew Lock, or do they give him 1 more year? Do they get aggressive and try to win now, or do the Broncos continue their rebuilding phase? Only time will tell, but something drastic has to happen following 4 straight losing seasons. Number 23, New York Giants. If Doug Peterson doesn't even pulled Jalen Hurts in Week 17. The Giants are probably celebrating an NFC East division title. That's in the past now. It's time to move on. Joe Judge implemented a wonderful team culture for the Giants, and his players totally bought in. This team won some quality games with a scrappy, physical, and resilient defense, and I think they'll have a healthy Saquon Barkley in 2021. If Daniel Jones takes a major step in year 3, and the Giants could be a team to watch out for. Number 22, New England Patriots. While the Patriots experienced their first losing season in 20 years, Tom Brady was too busy winning his 7th Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. In other words, for the first time in a long time. It sure did suck to be a Patriots fan in 2020. Oh, that feels so good. I love that. I love it. I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Sorry. I mean, it sucked to be a Jets fan too, but seeing the Patriots struggle and then see Brady win the Super Bowl, oh, it is so exciting. Oh, it was great. I didn't even care that he won. I'm glad the Patriots didn't win. Sorry. Anyway, this should be an interesting offseason. Does Bill Belichick try to squeeze out a couple more playoff runs with an aging group? Or does he do a full-scale rebuild? Not sure if he's confident about the team's ability to catch the Bills or Dolphins in the AFC East. All we know is Bill won't show his cards to anyone until the offseason officially begins. Number 21, Dallas Cowboys. If Dak Prescott didn't fracture his ankle in Week 5, the Cowboys probably win the division, and very possibly a playoff game or two. Replacing Mike Nolan with Dan Quinn was a smart move on Mike McCarthy's end. The Cowboys have several Pro Bowlers on D. A scheme change was more than necessary than player changes. If Prescott is healthy in 2021, and if the defense gets even a little better, Dallas could emerge as the team to beat in the NFC East. Number 20, Minnesota Vikings. Well, Kirk Cousins, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, and 2020 rookie sensation Justin Jefferson sure formed a fun nucleus on offense. Too bad Mike Zimmer had to deal with what he admitted was the worst defense during his tenure in Minnesota. Too many youngsters and not enough veteran talent on that side of the ball. If Minnesota can find some upgrade in free agency, they'll be a serious threat to win the NFC North. That's a big if though. Number 19, Chicago Bears. The expanded postseason benefited the Bears tremendously, who snuck in with an 8-8 record. They're keeping Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace, but presumably not Mitch Trubisky. Whoever starts for the Bears in 2021, more receiving help is necessary. Allen Robinson is likely a goner in free agency, and the Bears offense won't do much if David Montgomery is the only serious impact player. No pressure. Number 18, Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are one of the biggest disappointments in 2020, as a late season collapse cost them what looked like a gimme wildcard berth. Cliff Kingsbury will be on the hot seat in year 3. That's to say the very least. Arizona has way too much superstar talent to be held out of the postseason in 2021. Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, Chandler Jones. Come on, no more underachieving. It's time to start producing. Number 17, Las Vegas Raiders. The Derek Carr trade rumors are swirling, but he's not the problem in Sin City. It's that horrifically brutal defense that couldn't do a whole lot of anything in 2020. Carr, Josh Jacobs, Henry Ruggs, and Darren Waller round out a dangerous offensive group, but there's no making the playoffs unless drastic changes are made to that defense, especially in the secondary. Number 16, Indianapolis Colts. Frank Reich will have his options when it comes to replacing Phillip Rivers. Do they make a trade, look at free agency, or wait until the draft? There's also rumors that Andrew Luck might come back, but those are like heavy rumors and like totally not actual fact. So take that with a huge grain of salt. The offensive line is still the bread and butter of this team, and that defensive front 7 can single-handedly win them games. They have more than enough game records to help Indy contend for the AFC South crown. Number 15, Los Angeles Chargers. Despite suffering several classic Chargers losses, in 2020 this team salvaged a 7-9 record. It's pretty good considering they share a division with Patrick Mahomes. The future is extremely promising in La La Land. New head coach Brandon Staley, who ran the NFL's best defense in 2020, will try to help this team close out games, rather than blowing them in mind-numbing fashion. Justin Herbert is a superstar in the making, and a franchise QB is the first recipe to inching towards contention. Can't wait to see Herbert versus Mahomes at least twice a year for the foreseeable future. Number 14, Washington Football Team. Washington was a true feel-good team in 2020. They won the NFC East in year 1 under Ron Rivera, who courageously fought cancer throughout the year. Alex Smith won Comeback Player of the Year honors 2 years after suffering a life-threatening leg fracture. The future is bright in DC for once, something that never seemed possible under Dan Snyder's ownership. The goal is to upgrade at quarterback and find more pass catchers this offseason. But otherwise, this is the team to beat in the NFC East right now. Number 13, Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh stands to lose several key veterans in free agency this offseason due to cap constraints. And though there's enough talent in place to win double-digit games, we just can't see them winning 12-plus games and the division again. Ben Roethlisberger is barely starting caliber anymore. The running game is awful. The defense regressed noticeably in the second half. So yeah, keep your Super Bowl expectations low, Steelers fans. I mean, listen, it can happen. They're a good team, but it's just, is it gonna happen? I don't know. Nobody does. Number 12, Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins won 10 games in a rebuilding season despite extremely inconsistent play from Ryan Fitzpatrick and rookie Tua Tagovailoa. It's hard to not be impressed with the work Brian Flores has done here. It's not too early for us to say the Dolphins are a prime wildcard contender for next year. They just got to upgrade the pass catchers around Tua, and they'll really be a force in the stacked AFC. Number 11, Tennessee Titans. With Phillip Rivers retired and Deshaun Watson likely on his way out of Houston, the AFC South is simply Tennessee's to lose in 2021. Their core stars from 2020 are returning, and even though that defense needs a lot of work, it's hard to bet against Ryan Tannehill, AJ Brown, and Derrick Henry. The dynamic offensive trio will easily take Tennessee back to the postseason for a third straight year, we think. Number 10, New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees may be gone, but honestly, Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill should fare better than the 2020 version of Brees, who was noticeably banged up and had barely anything left. Winston led the NFL in passing yards during his final year with the Bucs. Now he gets the chance to shine in Sean Payton's system, loaded with skill position guys. Oh, and the Saints defense is pretty good too. So yeah, these guys will be fine in the post-Brees era. Number 9, San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers should return to title contention in 2021. They had horrible injury luck last season, with Jimmy Garoppolo, Richard Sherman, Nick Bosa, Deebo Samuel, Jeff Wilson, and Brandon Ayuk all missing significant time. No chance the 49ers get that unlucky again. Kyle Shanahan is one of the best coaches in the business, and John Lynch has a crafty move or two up his sleeve. Watch the 49ers return to prominence in 2021. Way too much talent there. Number 8, Cleveland Browns. First winning season in 13 years. Check. First playoff appearance in 18 years. Check. First playoff win since 1994. A check. What a job by Coach of the Year Kevin Stefanski, who helped the Browns forget about that disastrous 2019 season full of high expectations. The Browns were also close to knocking off the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round. They're a force to be reckoned with now. All this team needs is a bit of fixing up in the secondary. That'll be even scarier. Yeah, the Browns. Scary. It's f***ing crazy. Number 7, Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks will have to upgrade the secondary if they want to hang with the top teams in the NFC. As great as Russell Wilson is, the passing game can mask the rest of the flaws on Pete Carroll's squad. With the Rams and 49ers poised for improvement in 2021, the Seahawks ought to be aggressive in filling out the holes in their roster. So we'll see. Number 6, Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens were eliminated from the divisional round for the second straight year, but not before Lamar Jackson picked up his first playoff win. These Ravens still had the league's best rushing offense and ferocious defense. All Jackson needs is a quality wideout or two, and this team will be practically complete and poised for a Super Bowl run. Number 5, Green Bay Packers. With 2 straight NFC Championship losses, it's hard to trust the Pack in the playoffs. The defense has its holes, and Aaron Rodgers can only do so much with limited playmakers outside of Devontae Adams. But they'll crush the NFC North title once again, and it'll take just 2 or 3 W's to get to the Super Bowl. Don't count them out. Number 4, Los Angeles Rams. The Rams will bring back the league's best defense, a top-tier O-line, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, and a powerful rushing game. The one major difference: Matthew Stafford replaces Jared Goff as the starter, giving Sean McVay that long-desired QB upgrade. It's honestly, I'd be hyped if I was a Rams fan. No doubt that Stafford will make the most of a stacked supporting cast with a world-class head coach. He did so much with so little in Detroit. Now he joins a legitimate title contender. Stafford deserves this opportunity, and the Rams will certainly take great care of him. Number 3, Buffalo Bills. Well, they sure would have put up a tougher fight in the Super Bowl than the Chiefs. At any rate, Buffalo had most of the pieces in place to knock off Patrick Mahomes and company. A couple more explosive playmakers on defense is all they need at this point. This is the number 2 team to beat in the AFC. No doubt about it. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. Gonna be hard to think about those 14 wins and another trip to the Super Bowl when it ended the way that it did. It was a brutal way to close out their season, but the Chiefs are still the team to beat in the AFC next year. All of the key players are returning. Trust us, more Lombardi trophies await them. Specifically Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he put up a freaking fight. Number 1, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Well, the Tom Brady signing worked out nicely. I mean, that's to say the least. I honestly am shocked. I am amazed. Not really surprised. Actually, no, I'm not shocked. I'm really not shocked. I am amazed though. It honestly was pretty wild. First year? Really? First year? You couldn't just 2 years at least? You had to do it the first year, Tom? He's the GOAT. I know. Most Super Bowl teams tend to flop, but not these guys. I mean, how many times are you going to see Patrick Mahomes and KC get embarrassed like that? So you should probably take them seriously as a threat to repeat, even if their quarterback is 44 years old. What changes would you make to our way too early power rankings for 2021? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. We post great content all the time. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. We are on everything. Go find, go subscribe, go follow, go do the whole thing. If you like this video, give it a like. It takes 1 click down below, and subscribe to TPS. I'll post videos every day. Every day's a new video. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. See you next time.
On my knee.